Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. My name's Annika. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today, I'd like to do some yin yoga with you. So if you haven't done yin yoga before, we hold the shapes we make a little longer than you're used to, right? We're working with connective tissue, giving it a chance to relax, release, which makes you feel better in your body, all right? And if you've done yin before, you know what you're in for. So let's just close our eyes for a moment where we are, right here. You can bring your hands down on top of your knees to ground yourself. Just take a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out through the mouth. Good. As you inhale, lift up through the spine. As you exhale, root down into your tailbone. So you really feel your bum on your mat, nice and solid, nice and grounded. And your job is simply to breathe. Right? You got that part covered so far. Let your shoulders be heavy. Let your hands be heavy. As you exhale, really draw that belly button in towards the spine. And just arrive on your mat right now, today, in this moment. Using your breath to bring you into this moment, make you aware of this moment. Feeling fully relaxed, fully present. Feeling your body. Take a deep inhale, you can open your eyes. Let's find our way down onto our backs. So just plant your feet onto the mat, hold onto your knees and slowly lower down. That's it, just getting that core engaged. I'd like you to take your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Bring your hands down by your sides for me. And you can keep your eyes open and maybe look up at your ceiling or the sky, wherever you're practicing. Take a deep inhale down into the belly, feel it rise, and exhale it out. Good. Now I'd like you to feel into your toes. So see if you can feel each individual toe pressing into your mat. Now the ball of the foot. Now maybe the heel. Maybe trace the outside edges of your feet. Take a nice soft inhale. And now feel the fingertips on your mat. Maybe starting with the pinky, just pressing each finger in towards the mat. And maybe pressing the palms in. Deep inhale. Pressing the shoulders into the mat. Now pressing the lower back into the mat, drawing the belly button in. Now feeling the backs of the arms. Feeling the back of the head on your mat, supported by the ground beneath you. Solid, stable, safe. You're being held by the earth. So from this super grounded and rooted feeling, let's start to invite the body to the party. Just see if you can draw your knees together into the middle of the mat, so your feet are still on the outside, and just internally rotate the knees. So you may feel this on the outside of the hips. Taking a deep inhale and maybe opening out the arms like airplane wings. I want you to reach from fingertip to opposite finger. Really reach out, opposite direction there. Good, bringing that left hand across the chest. With the right palm, just press that arm in towards the body. A little bit of a release in this left shoulder. And you can release the arm, extend it out, other side. Take an inhale and exhale, draw it across the body. Taking the left hand just above the elbow and draw in towards the chest. Good. Slowly release the arms. Just bring the hands to rest on your belly for a moment. Draw the knees back out. Plant the feet into the ground. Extend the hands like airplane wings out to the side. Palms face up. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Just lower the legs over to the left. All the way down as far as they'll go. Good, inhale back through center. Exhale takes you over to the opposite side. Good, inhale through center, maybe the head turns the opposite direction. A little windshield wiper. Following your beautiful, deep, slow breath. And next time you're over to the left, just keep the legs there. Rotate the head the opposite direction. And breathe. So targeting the lower back, the outside of the hips, primarily, all the way down the front of the thighs. You may feel this. And again, we take these shapes to what we call our edge, that point where it's a little bit uncomfortable, and we lean into that discomfort, because nothing lasts forever. We breathe and we just find stillness in the shape, and we let the body do what it needs to do. We surrender. We actually hand over control to the body. To let the body relax, unwind. Let the connective tissue, all the fascia, all running through our body like a little web of tight elastic. It's almost like tight plastic. So we're just letting it sit and kind of make a new shape around the joints, especially. And we breathe. We draw the knees, the head back round to center. Take a good morning stretch, whatever time of day it is for you. Point the toes, lengthen the arms. And then just start to draw the legs over to the left. Take the arms over to the left and take a little side stretch. You're making like a little curve, maybe crossing that right foot, right ankle over the left leg. Now you're bringing in quite an intense sensation on that right hip. There's a lot. That hip socket is a junction for so many nerves, tendons. Oh. So we're making it almost like a banana shape. Hands and feet go in the same direction. Just turn your head into the side where your arms are. And we just hold. Just find a point of stillness. And then I want you to feel into your body, and where are you still kind of holding on just to protect you from feeling discomfort. Oh, and try to let go a little more. Right, the body, there's an aspect where we're protecting ourselves. So just let it go. Slowly release the hands, uncross the ankles, walk the feet back to the center, and give yourself a squeeze. Just draw the knees into the body, maybe making a little circle around the sacrum, that area right above your bum crack. Just make a circle. Imagine that clock face, right? How slow can you go? And changing direction. Coming back into center and placing the feet down onto the mat. Take them to the outside edge of your mat, hands out like aeroplane wings. Turn those palms up. Take a deep inhale. Draw the knees over to the right. Let the head go to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale other side. Inhale through center, and as you exhale, leave them over to the right. Draw the head over to the left and settle. Try to let go as much as you can. Breath is nice and soft. Good. On your next inhale, just slowly start to bring the knees back up to the center. Rotate your head back up to the center and take a good morning stretch. I've lost count of how many we've done. Reach up. Then slowly start to draw your body over to the right, crossing left ankle over right. Draw the feet over before you cross that ankle. That's it. So you make that little banana shape to the other side. Just turn your head over to the right. And your feet want to be as far over so that when you cross your ankle, you feel that sensation on the outside edge of the hip and down the thigh. And breathe, settle in right where you are. So for some of us, it's a massive challenge to sit still, to be still, to find stillness, to surrender. In stillness, you're essentially surrendering to the moment, to where you are right here, right now. So why is being still so hard? If you are a person that cannot stop, cannot be still, always finding things to do, I sometimes just start cleaning the house. Yeah, I'm pretty nuts. It's kind of better to be on the move than to be still, because what might we find in the stillness, in the silence? There's an opportunity for you there to really consider, what do you find in the silence? And does the mind allow you to find that silence? Haven't you noticed that whenever you try to sit down and be quiet, to meditate, if that's something you've tried, there's 1,000 excuses. I'm too busy. I can't do it now. I've got to do X, Y, Z. That quest to meet what you'll find within, what lies within. It's almost your journey of your life. It might take you your whole life to find that. Or it might take a regular practice of surrendering in silence and sitting in stillness. Might let you in there a little faster. Slowly release. Uncross your ankles. Oh, nice and slowly bring them back into the middle of your mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Oi, that's it. Give yourself a squeeze. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just plant that right foot onto the mat and keep squeezing that left knee in towards the body. Good, maybe extend that left leg high. Taking the hands, clasping them behind the thigh, and you can keep your other leg bent. You can flex and point or rotate the toe, just release the ankle a little. Allow your shoulders to be nice and heavy on the mat. And maybe slide the hand up behind the calf towards the ankle. A towel's great here. Or just clasp the hands. So you engage the hamstring all the way down the back of the thigh here. And if that feels good, maybe you want to invite the other leg to release a little. But try to keep that lower back pressed into the ground, into your mat. So see what feels more comfortable for you. And try to relax the shoulders even though you're pulling back on that leg. Take a deep inhale and just let it go. You can close your eyes if you like, or just a super soft gaze. You're just withdrawing all your senses, soften everything. Almost coming into a meditative state. And slowly, if the other leg is straight, draw it back up, plant the foot into the mat. Release that left leg and just cross the ankle on top of the right knee. So you're making a figure 4 shape. Take a deep inhale and a soft exhale. And again, nice deep inhale. Soft, slow exhale. Good, reaching down behind the thigh. Draw it in towards the body. So your hands come either side of that right thigh. Just make sure both feet super relaxed. Back of your head is down on your mat. There's no pulling to make it happen. And if you're having trouble drawing that leg in, use a towel behind the thigh, or a strap, or a sock, right? So you can just use something to give you a little more leverage. Always options in every shape. Deep inhale and settle in, relax. So if you are one of those people that just rushes around, and I've definitely been guilty of this, the first thing is to simply just be aware of your motion. Just be aware that you are creating momentum. Start there. And then you can start to examine what's causing this need to run around, be doing. Difficulty in just being. So quite often the mind, when it's fighting the state of being, because just being and doing nothing, what would that mean to the mind? The mind is constantly trying to protect you, trying to keep you safe, trying to keep things as they are in your world, in your interpretation of existence. So what happens if you shut that down, close your eyes, sit still? You're kind of asking the mind to sit down, chill out, take a break, let go, surrender. And the mind doesn't really want to do that. So that's what I mean when I talk about coming into relationship with your mind. Make friends with it, observe it. Give it something to do. When you close your eyes, you focus on your breath. Slowly it'll start to relax. And sometimes it doesn't, it will just keep chattering, and that's okay. That's why it becomes a practice to sit quietly. You know, have you noticed how it's so easy to sit quietly out in nature? Big wide spaces, by the ocean, on a mountain, in a garden. Slowly, slowly release. Just draw the foot back down onto the ground. Keep your legs in the figure 4. Open out the arms, airplane wings, palms up. Take a deep inhale and lower the legs all the way over to the right. So your ankles still crossed. Take the gaze over to the left. So now moving up to the lower back. A little higher in the hip release. So what keeps us moving, in motion? The mind. So when you dig into the mind, it's interesting to try and understand the underlying intention that's behind all the doing, all the action. What is the underlying intention behind all the action? So it's often a positive intention that lies underneath some of the behaviors that you might not want to be doing. So if you're a little OCD, you like cleaning to feel in control. Right? It helps make you feel better, more in control. If you can't control what's going on outside, you can control your home. Maybe that behavior, that doing, so if you're working all the time, why are you working all the time? I find it really interesting to explore using a page, write overworking. A little arrow out of the bottom of that little circle. Why? Have to support my family. Why? A little arrow. Have to keep a roof over their heads and foods in their mouth, education, buy them things, etc. Why? Because I need to take care of them. Why? survive. We have to survive. So that starts to give you a clue. Why is surviving so important? Because if not, we'll lose everything. You're giving clues. Your behaviors point and give you a little map into things that you can work on in your life. Clues about your conditioning, your computer programming. What went in when you were young? What information about yourself you've gathered throughout your journey of life? Slowly, slowly, draw the legs back to center. Oh, they feel heavy. Extend your legs to the ceiling, one at a time, and just let them hang. Knees are soft. Just press your lower back into the mat and exhale. Slowly hug the knees in towards the chest. Take your hands through the inside of the legs and grab hold of the outside edges of the feet. Draw the knees down towards your armpits and just put your thumb on top of your feet. It's called Happy Baby. You can rock a little left to right or just draw those knees down. Back of the head is on the ground. Just let the whole lower back release. If it feels good to rock side to side, rock side to side. You'll feel compression in the front of the hip. Your belly might be struggling to pop out in between your thighs. Oh, that's it. Get an extra bit of belly out. Set your belly free. Just set it all free in this pose. Relax the shoulders. That's it. And breathe. Slowly releasing the feet, hug the knees into the middle and into your body. Just take your left foot, place it on the ground. Squeeze that right knee into the body. And when you're ready, maybe extend that foot towards the ceiling. Clasping your hands behind the thigh, relax your shoulders down. Maybe point flex the toe. You feel the calf behind the knee when you do that. And maybe, if it feels good, take the hands up behind the shin, behind the calf. Relax the shoulders. So targeting the whole back side of the leg. A lot of stiffness in the back of the body, energetically symbolizing constantly looking back, guilt, holding on to things in the past. So I'm going to hang out here for half an hour. Take a deep inhale and exhale, just slide. If it's comfortable, slide that other leg down, and if that just, what you can feel is right up the front of the psoas, the hip flexor. But if that doesn't feel good, you can add that bend back into the knee. So make your choice what feels right for your body today, which is different from every other day. You kind of get a blank canvas every morning you wake up. Somebody might have scribbled in black Sharpie all over that canvas, or it might be fresh and clean. So a positive intention usually underlying all behaviors. So being busy, not being able to sit still, constantly doing, there could be so many streets leading you down to your positive intention. So busyness, got to make money, got to survive. If you don't survive, what happens? You lose everything. If you lose everything, what happens? You're a failure. If you're a failure, what happens? Everybody will think you're stupid. If you're stupid, what does that mean? Nobody will love you. So what were you looking for? Just love in the first place, right? Positive intention. So your yoga, your practice of yoga, the style of yoga you like, can teach you a lot about yourself. It is a journey within. You step onto your mat, you think you're just making shapes and breathing, but there's so much more going on. You take the yoga off the mat, into the world. Practice what you learn on your mat in your life. And notice how it expands, becomes calmer, quieter, more accepting. Slowly, slowly release that leg. Draw the bottom foot up if it's not already bent. Ankle on top of knee, make that figure 4 for me. And when you're ready, just reach down behind the thigh, draw it in towards the body. If you need a towel, a strap, Let the other foot relax, just let it go and draw your head back to your mat, shoulders relax. And breathe. I have a friend that calls this lazy pigeon. It's the same shape but on your back, targeting the hip. I don't really like the word lazy. It implies we're not doing it properly. Let's say chilled pigeon. Slowly release before your fingers fall off. Oh. Take a deep inhale, open out the arms like aeroplane wings. That's it, keeping that ankle crossed. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's lower the legs all the way down to the left side. Take the gaze over the opposite shoulder. And allow the lower back into a nice gentle spinal twist. Really targeting in the hip area. You're in trouble today. Hips, hips, and more hips. It's where a lot of pain congregates in the body. A lot of stored energy, so we get in there and we get it out. We don't get it out, we just invite it to release. How's about that? Slowly releasing back to center, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Just planting your feet down together on the mat, knees together. And just allow the knees now to fall apart, drawing the heels in towards the body if they're not as close as they can be. Maybe left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. Just targeting the inside of your thighs now. In reclined butterfly. Just take a deep inhale, a deep exhale, and relax. So if you live with somebody who's constantly on the move, or a member of your family is always super hyper, always creating noise and kinetic energy everywhere they go, you know, you can't, you can try to control somebody, but just see how that works out eventually. The greatest gift to them that you can do is to simply relax deeper, settle deeper into yourself when you're around them. Try to drop the energy around you, and that may and should hopefully affect their energetic field. When you exhale, if you exhale very slowly, your heart rate physically drops, goes slower. Your inhales tend to activate your fight or flight, right? Your exhale puts you into rest and digest. So if you slow yourself down, just see if you can get them to subconsciously slow down. And just realize that there's probably something within their conditioning that doesn't want to allow them to relax. If they relax, there's an association with a negative association. Take a deep inhale and slowly just release the hands down by your sides. Slowly slide the legs out. Oh. To the outside edge of your mat. Let your body just spill out. Let your muscles melt over your bones. Shavasana. Soft inhale for me. Soft exhale. Just reaching the hands high above the head, taking a good morning stretch. Reach up, point the toes. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Find your way, this time onto your left side. Just inviting the right side of the body to energize after laying still for so long. Slowly press your way up to cross-legged seated position. Bring the palms in to heart center. Take a soft inhale. And exhale, let it all go. And again, deep inhale. Let it all go. Like to send some energy out to everybody in our community. I'd like to send Robin, my dear friend, some extra loving energy from us all today. She needs a little boost today. So Robin, it's coming your way. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.